5 tin whistle exercises for beginners. Hello my friends, I am glad that you have decided to put more effort into your learning journey on the tin whistle. I will now share 5 great exercises for improving your tin whistle skills. Here we go. 1. Scale walks. Playing scales may be boring, but it is one of the best ways to develop your muscle memory for playing your tin whistle. Start by mastering the first octave scale and then continue with the second octave when you feel ready for it. So here I have prepared a chart for you with the first octave scale walk, up, then down, and this is something you should practice a lot in the beginning. And then the lower part here is the scale walk in the second octave, up and down. So start with the first octave. And down. And you should practice this every single day, at least for a couple of weeks when you start out learning the tin whistle. Then when you feel ready and can control your air pressure, because you need to blow a lot more air for the second octave, continue with the second octave scale walk up and down. Two, scale turns. Going only in one direction is one thing, but playing scales while switching direction up and down every now and then will improve your finger dexterity and muscle memory even more. So here I prepared a chart for you to practice scale turns. The upper part here is a turn every 3 note is a 1 note turn, and the lower part is a scale turn every 4 note with a 2 note turn. So you can see the upper part, instead of going up the scale, after the 3rd note you go down a note and then you continue again, like this. And you can do it down again if you want to. And then the other one is 4 notes up the scale, and then the turning point you jump down 2 notes and then up again, like this. And you can do variations of this if you like, but really practice scale turns after you managed to really master those traditional straight scale walks up and down. This will really improve your dexterity and muscle memory. 3. Interval jumps. When you only go up or down 1 note at a time, the change in breath pressure will be minimal. So you need to practice bigger intervals in order to develop an instinct for how much air pressure is required for each note. So in this chart, the upper part is actually a scale walk up, but you do it in octave jumps. You play the low D and then immediately the high D. This means you will need to adjust the air pressure a lot, so you really memorize the difference in air pressure required for the different octaves for the notes. And then you'd simply walk up the scale. So D, then E, F sharp, and continue. And then you can go down the scale as well with these big leaps. The lower part here is going increasing the interval for each note. So first D to E, the lowest interval here. And then jump back to the low D and then do the next interval. And then you continue. And you will increase the difference in air pressure for the bigger the interval becomes. So you can also do random big intervals if you want to practice this, but I recommend starting with these 2 exercises. 4. Tonguing variations. One of the main ways to add variation and expression into your tin whistle performances is to shape the start of every note. Practicing different tonguing variations from no accent to hard accent is a great way to do this. Play the first octave scale up and down, first with legato, no tonguing. So no repeating of the accent, but just continuing the airstream. Then you do the same with a soft accent, for example, hu. Then medium accent, ku. And finally a hard accent, tu. And you can feel how the air pressure in the initial burst of air is more emphasized. 5. Rhythm exercises. You also need to learn how to play rhythms and to keep the time and groove of any tune you want to play. I recommend practicing standard note lengths first, then do random rhythmic phrases, mainly on one single note to make sure you're focusing 100% on the rhythmic side. Then you can move on to playing rhythmic phrases using different notes. So here we have a chart with different note values, and I chose the note G to practice on. So first you have 4 quarter notes. Then do 8 notes straight. And then try 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can practice triplets. And then do variations in phrases here. Different note values. And then you can start practicing, after you really are familiar with rhythms, playing rhythms on one single note, then continue with a different note and different rhythms. And you can do whatever phrases you like. Come up with something on your own. I just have some examples here to start with. And while all of these are great beginner exercises on the tin whistle, even as an experienced player, practicing essentials like this will improve your skills, your muscle memory, your dexterity, agility, your breath control, and everything you need to play tunes on your tin whistle. Now, if you want to truly master the Irish tin whistle, I have an online course that will take you from zero to hero. So check the link in the video description.